BBC News, tonight at 6 o'clock on BBC One.
We interrupt our scheduled programming for an important announcement. All BBC channels have been merged. Please stand by. We interrupt our scheduled programming for an important announcement. All BBC channels have been merged. Please stand by. Our former Queen of England, Elizabeth II, has passed away at Buckingham Palace at 73. Expect interruptions in our programming due to this tragedy. A news story about this will play shortly.
Queen Elizabeth II. From monarch to mother, wife to grandmother, discover rare insights into her life.
Winston Churchill said that the further backward you look, the further forward you can see.
She really loved.
We interrupt our scheduled programming for an important announcement. All BBC channels have been merged. Please stand by. Elizabeth II's corpse has started to move and be reanimated. The royal family and the government have now issued a lockdown of anyone within 10 miles of Buckingham Palace. Scientists are currently looking into this, and we will inform you when we have more information. Scientists have named this virus Expiru and is highly contagious. Expiru is spreading to other members of the royal family. Infected members are King Charles III, Prince Philip, Princess Alice. We recommend everyone in London take shelter from infected people. Symptoms are, but not limited to, vomiting, increased violence, increased strength, ability to be able to see through wood. If you are experiencing any of these symptoms, you have 3 options. You can go to a hospital, tell them you are having symptoms, and they will painlessly euthanize you. Commit suicide by slitting your throat with a knife or aiming a gun at the top of your head inside your mouth and pull the trigger. Or isolate yourself until you become a living dead and get a family member to kill you. The BBC do not recommend the third or second one for parents. All murder and suicide related to Expiru is legal. This virus is one of the biggest problems Britain has faced in the last century, but we must overcome it together as a country. Please stay tuned for an announcement from the Prime Minister, Tony Blair. This is Tony Blair. I am broadcasting this message to all news stations. The sudden and horrifying effects of the newly discovered Expiru virus have already reanimated 4 royal family members and approximately 120,000 United Kingdom citizens. I am speaking to inform the UK public that the entirety of the UK is on lockdown. Protests against the new rules will lead to up to 10 years in prison and a high chance of being infected. The police and military have the right to use lethal weapons on anyone they think could be affected. Only leave your house for essential reasons like food shopping. Schools will remain open with strict policies, and it is your duty to get your children to school safely. We cannot have this pandemic have an effect on the next generation of children. Thank you for listening and understanding why these new restrictions have been put in place. Please obey by all restrictions put in by the Prime Minister, or you could face up to 10 years of jail. Please watch out for any emergency alerts broadcasted in the next few following weeks, as they may be essential to your life. Normal programming will now continue, though you should expect interruptions. Thank you for paying attention during these trying times.
To my little girl.
What do you need for, Suzanne?
Jack of Hearts.